It's been 48 hours since the crash and the undead are everywhere. But somehow, Dan has survived. The extraction point, Dan's only chance out of this nightmare, is a long way away. He needs to find a vehicle to stand any chance of getting there. Yes, indeed. Dan Thomas is just spent the night in a small house on the in the sticks, really, on the outskirts. He's south of Rosewood, and he's got to get to his extraction point all the way across the other side of the map. Well, not only that, but it's also in one of the most zombie infested places in the whole of Knox County, the Grand, let's have those for breakfast, the Grand Ohio Mall. Now it's going to be almost impossible for Dan to walk there, so he's going to have to find a vehicle. So it's going to be a massive test. I'm not sure if he's got the weapons for it, but he's going to have to just head straight on into town, make his way into Rosewood. Just to the east is the bus station. Maybe he can find a vehicle there, and just next to that is the gas station. Maybe he can find more clues as to where repeater antenna is, and he's also on the lookout for a military walkie-talkie. Let's go. Yeah, well, I mean, Dan is kind of different. He's a kind of a different animal already after just 48 hours. He's fully recovered from his wounds. He's now an experienced fighter. He's now determined to get on with it. He is quite a different prospect for the zombies, I feel. There we go. They are absolutely been chopped down. There's going to be a lot of this today. Could be a lot of zombies between here and where Dan wants to get to today, the bus station and the gas station. And even when he gets there, there could be even more zombies around in that area. It's going to be a real challenge. But hopefully Dan can do this. Okay, we're just searching the bodies. We got another repeater location map fragment. We've now got two. Yeah, we can't combine them yet. So I don't know, maybe does that mean we need 4 just to make one map, one location for a repeater antenna? Okay, well, Dan's made steady progress. The lake is just out of sight to the east there, which I think is right next to the bus station. So he's only had to kill, oh yes, that is beautiful. Will you look at that? Dan's only had to kill about 5 or 6 zombies to get here, and he's seen this house, so he's going to call into this house, see if he can find any useful gear. Okay, we're inside. Let's see what we can find. Ooh, now that is actually Dan's first bottle. Now this house here is actually the nearest to the bus station and the gas station, so I think there's a zombie inside. That's okay, just the one. I think this is probably going to be Dan's fallback position if he needs to run for it. There's not many zombies in the area, and it should be far enough away from the bus station and gas station that if things go wrong, he can just bail, he can just get out of there. I think before we move on and get to the gas station, we definitely want to make sure, well, obviously, that this house is clear. Any meds? No. Let's take the proper bandages there. It's going to be better than ripped sheets. But we also want to make sure this immediate area is clear, so if Dan's coming back late at night, he's tired, that there aren't a group of zombies waiting for him. The house is clear. There must be some zombies around the back. Okay, well, Dan is maybe should be a little bit more careful. He's just sort of stumbled into 4 zombies, and he kind of maybe should just try and take things easier. Maybe just try 1 or 2 at a time. But this is an opportunity. Ooh, and that is a welcome level up. This is an opportunity for Dan to test this fire axe, see how effective he can be with it. Not bad at all. Okay, I think this area is now clear. We're definitely going to have to check every zombie corpse for those valuable map fragments. Ooh, now that is going to be useful. A hunting knife. We'll replace the meat cleaver with that. Absolutely awesome. Again, it just feels like every hour that Dan stays alive, it just increases his chances of getting out of here. Okay, well that is the road that leads to the bus station. You can see the main road just in the bottom right corner. That is a big group of zombies, but I think now Dan's got the skills, he's got the weapons to take care of business. Dan is just taking a chill pill in preparation, and again he's just going to try and draw 2 or 3 off at a time. There's no need to take on the whole group, but this is going to take a long time. It's going to take all afternoon to clear this area and get to looting, I think. Okay, so Dan's going to go with the hunting knife. It's going to preserve his energy because he's going to have to do a lot of fighting today. I can just feel it. Okay, well, so much for being careful. We've got a group of 5. Okay, there we go. Absolutely awesome. That's another group taken care of. Eventually, again, we'll search every single corpse. We're on the lookout for military walkie-talkie, remember, as well. Man, that wind is really picking up. I kind of feel like there's a storm coming in. Okay, well, that group was a bloody big group. Now it's just 2. Make that 1. There we are. Absolutely wiped out. Here we are. We are at the bus station, and it is not anywhere near as overrun as Dan thought it would be. This is his first significant location. Let's hope it's going to be worth all of the effort that he's had to put in. Okay, well, maybe it is kind of as overrun as Dan thought. That's going to be so much work. This is the job for the fire axe. You know what? This is a job for the machete. Let's not mess around. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to absolutely chop and slash away through a lot of zombies here. We want to make sure. I mean, there's just so little time. We need to keep quicken up the pace. Oh, yes. Here we go. This is what we want. We want a military walkie-talkie. That is lucky. Now what do we do? So we've still got another 15 hours for radio signal activation, and I guess actually we can't use the military walkie-talkie until we got enough signal strength. Radio signal is too weak, so not as exciting as I thought. There's a big group ahead, but that is a big step in the right direction though. Okay, well, the hunting knife is broken already. We need that maintenance to progress a lot quicker, because Dan is just absolutely flying through his weapons. We're going to be at using frying pans before we know it. Okay, well, Dan's looking ahead and he's seeing an empty car park. That is tough to take. Okay, well, Dan did not see this relatively big group of zombies right around the corner. I think we're going to save the beta blockers. No, actually, Dan is absolutely panicked out of his mind. Let's take a chill pill. Let's fall back, take care of this horde. Hey, that was actually quite a big group. It would have been much nicer to actually avoid this group, but it is what it is. I've still got half condition on the axe, so hopefully it's going to last another day. There we go. And this zombie's got something. It's a screwdriver. We're going to take it. It's better than nothing. Okay, so we're back at the bus station. The outside is clear. There's 2 or 3 zombies inside. No alarm. We're going to go with the hammer. We've got 2 hammers, 2 screwdrivers. Just 2 inside. Okay. And right next door to this is the gas station. I'm really hoping, as well as finding maybe a decent amount of food, there'll be a couple of vehicles that maybe there'll be a chance, some sort of key. Okay, well, nothing at all in the vending machines. Dan's got a spare bottle, so he's gonna fill that up with water. We need to get as much supplies as we possibly can. Let's move on to the gas station. Well, Dan was just about to move on, and there was a couple of zombies broke through the window, so he thought take the opportunity to take them out. One of them has got a wood axe, which is super heavy, but Dan is quite strong, so we're going to take that, and this is an easy opportunity to kill a lot of zombies and make it easier for him. But he's actually Not too much gear to carry right now. He's going to have to drop something. Wow, now that is a big horde of zombies. That's a hit vids. That is a new addition. Man, we're going to find some food in there. We're definitely going to find trouble because that is a lot of zombies. Now, where are all the vehicles? Come on. Okay, well, this is going to be a hell of a lot of work. There's probably a good 24 zombies around in the area, but there's still a little bit light in the day. And Dan's definitely got plenty of energy. So let's see how far we can go. Okay, well, Dan is successfully just sort of peeling off 2 or 3 zombies at a time. That's going to make things a lot easier for him, and hopefully he'll run through that group in no time. Okay, well, just the 1 zombie left now. What is really, really interesting, what really interests Dan most with this location, it is 2-story. We need to get in there before they break all the windows. Could this have some sort of living space upstairs? That would be absolutely amazing. It would be right on the edge of town, right next to a gas station. It would be a perfect location for Dan to have somewhere safe to sleep for the next couple of days until he discovers the location of the first antenna repeater. Let's see if we can get inside before they break down that door. No alarm. We're good. Fighting in enclosed spaces. Always a fear of Dan's. But that 1 zombie is absolutely loving that door. And so, yeah, we've got them taken out before they break the door down. We got a video store right on the edge of Rosewood. That could make things very interesting in terms of Dan developing his skills. Right now he's hungry more than anything. Now, is this place going to have some sort of upstairs? It does, for a living space. Oh yes. Wow. What a find. This is absolutely perfect. A little bit vulnerable with just 1 door. Oh, we got the chance. Let's grab the food. Well, this really does change Dan's immediate plans. This is where he's going to stay. Let's get all the curtains closed. Let's make ourselves at home. This is going to be the perfect base, launching area, staging area, whatever you want to call it, for loot runs into Rosewood. Things would definitely be easier if you could find some sort of car, but this is just an absolutely brilliant location. Okay, it is the next morning. It is super early again. Dan, being a military man, just does not need any sleep. Now there is his next target, the gas station. Now, if he doesn't find any vehicles nearby, there is the drive-through just a little bit away up the road. Again, I'm expecting there to be a lot of zombies there, but really confident Dan is expecting to be able to find a vehicle today. Okay, well, I suppose things first, as the hot bids, at least for now, for the next few days, is going to be Dan's base of operations, his fallback position. He needs to keep this area clear. So there's a few zombies in the area. You can see we've now gone with a pipe wrench. Dan has actually been able to get a couple of stores, a couple of backup weapons now. So I feel like he's really going to do some damage today. Okay, well, that is a group of 4 zombies taken care of so swiftly and so easily. You can see Dan really has come a long way in just 4 days. I mean, he's at the start he would have been running, and now he's running away from. Now he's running 2 groups of zombies along with nothing more than a pipe wrench, and he's just methodically taking them down. Let's hope he doesn't get too confident. But you know what? He's got every right to be confident. Oh yes, there we go. That's the 3rd. Is that the 3rd one? It is. Now, still can't combine them, so I guess we need 4. But that's another step closer to learning the location of 1 repeater. Remember, we need to activate 2 to be able to start the extraction, I believe. But let's get in the gas station. Hopefully we can find some junk food for Dan to have for late breakfast. Okay, well, look at this. Things, I don't know, I got a good feeling about today. As another repeater map fragment. Let's just take that. We'll have a look at that in a minute. We've got to make this area clear. There's definitely at least one zombie inside, or at least on the window. We got a window licker. Let's take him down. There we go. Wow. I gotta say, like I said, today it's gonna be a good day. Okay, I think the coast is clear. Man, those shelves look good. They look full. Ooh, let's grab that. Okay, lots of really useful gear, but Dan's bag is full. Now, I thought he was going to be a pretty much nomad this whole way through, continually searching for map fragments, repeater antennas. I mean, they could be anywhere on the map. He's also got to find journals as well to be able to learn how to get those repeater antennas operational. So Dan has got a lot to do, and I thought he was just going to be a life on the road, but his bag is full. He's found a really safe location, as in the VHS store, right on the... Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? It's time for Dan to fill his face right on the southern end of Rosewood. So we're going to... The bag is full. There's a lot of gear here we want to take. We can't... It's more than Dan can just carry around the whole time. So we're going to grab everything from here. Going to run it back. Anything useful? What a lot of useful gear here. We're going to run it back to the VHS store just up the road and drop off whatever we don't need. Well, Dan has made it back to what is going to be for the next few days, maybe even weeks, who knows. It is Hitvid's Rosewood store right at the southern end. He's dropped off all his gear and it is starting to look good. We got all of this food. In fact, you know what? Let's have the chocolate. He deserves it. Dan deserves that chocolate. All that military discipline going out the window. But he's got a lot of food. He's also dropped off some weapons as well. But now is the time. We got 4 repeater location map fragments. Look, assemble and update repeater maps. So hopefully this is going to be where we find out the first location of the 2 repeaters that we need to get up and operational. Okay, antenna repeater location added to the map. So let's have a look. Oh wow. Okay. Wowzers. Okay, well that is Muldraugh. That is is it Dixie Trailer Park? But that is, I think that's the diner and the gas station. So that is Dan's next objective. Well, you know what, Dan's next objective is the repeater antenna north of Muldraugh, but it's going to be almost impossible to get there on foot. So his actual next objective, his next mission, is to find a vehicle. We didn't find anything down in this area. Even though there's a bus station, gas station, Hitvid store, not a single vehicle in the car park. So next up, it's the drive-in theatre. Okay, well there we go. I mean, this is the road to the gas station. You can see just how close the drive-in theatre is. Hopefully we can find several vehicles there, and hopefully something then that Dan can actually get on the road. But man, it is quiet. Okay, well there we are. Like I said, Dan really seems to be a quick learner. He's already got 1 level in short blunt. That's going to make him even more effective at fighting. Okay, well it couldn't have been any simpler really for Dan to get right into the center of the drive-in movie theater. There were just 3 or 4 zombies. We finally got some vehicles, so we need to take the time to see if there's any that are roadworthy, any that we've got a key for. Wow, would you look at that? Would you look at that? The very first car that Dan finds, it's got a key, it's got a dribble of gas. This makes things just very different now for Dan. That is amazing. Okay, well in the trunk of that vehicle was an empty bottle. It's going to be painstaking, but it does mean, yes, we've got something we can actually siphon gas from. So this vehicle's barely got any gas. So we need to find as much gas as we can in the rest of the vehicles in this drive-through. And whilst Dan's doing that, he's also going to have to really think about what he does next, where he goes. Okay, well, off in the distance, Dan can see another car key. I think that is going to be for that truck. If that is for that truck, then man, I really was right. This really is going to be a good day. It is the key for this truck. Wow. Has it got any gas? It's got a battery. Battery is pretty good condition, pretty good charge. This has got to be Dan's vehicle. This has got to be Dan's vehicle. Well, it might take a few hours, but we're going to have to try and get this vehicle filled up with as much gas as possible using just a half-litre water bottle. Would you look at that? I mean, could things go any better for Dan? He thought he'd just check the back of all the vehicles just to see. Look at that. That is exactly what he needed. An empty gas can. That is going to make things so much quicker and easier for him. Well, as I've said already, things just couldn't have gone much better for Dan. That van just there had a full tank of gas, so he's managed to fill up the gas tank of this huge lorry, and we've got a full gas can as well. We've got a beast of a vehicle with loads of storage. We've got a safe place just south, just outside of town for Dan to escape to. So after starting the day with not really being sure of what he's going to do next, he knows exactly what he's going to do now. He's going to take a little bit of a scouting trip. His first look at Rosewood. Now, also in that gas station, we found 6 maps for Louisville. We found a Rosewood map, and when Dan constructed that repeater location map, they're going to get stuck there. No, phew, that must be tight. When he made up that repeater location map, which showed him where the repeater was just north of Muldraugh, it actually filled in a huge chunk of the map. Okay, so on into Rosewood Dan goes. He's going to actually head first for the fire department and the police department. Some high value locations. Now he's found the Rosewood map, he knows exactly where they are, and there could be some really valuable loot there. Hopefully not too many zombies. Okay, so again, I hope Dan is not just being too overconfident, but he didn't see a great deal of zombies nearby. He passed about half a dozen just up the road, and maybe no more than a dozen in the fields, and you can see with normal zombie population, there's just not much going on. Okay, well, maybe Dan spoke too soon. There's some zombies flowing into the area and reacting to the noise of the truck. It probably is going to be quite noisy. So we're not going to mess around. We're going straight in with the axe. We do not want to get overwhelmed. Okay, well, there is a constant flow of zombies coming in now. They're all coming in from one direction. As I said, they're reacting to the noise of the truck. But there's just so few zombies here. I mean, Dan's kind of thinking maybe he should, after thinking he found the perfect base, could he relocate already to the fire department? Well, Dan took care of that group of about 8 zombies with no trouble at all, and you can see just off in the distance these couple of zombies. As you can see, that zombie has got a fire axe. That's going to do so much destruction. It's just unbelievable. Okay, well, he's caught the attention of a big group. Ooh, let's just move back. This is going to be a bit of a challenge for him, but I suppose they probably would have moved into the area sooner rather than later. But yeah, I'm kind of thinking Rosewood Fire Department would be the perfect location to run loot runs right into the very center of Rosewood in no time at all. Yeah, that is another relatively big group of zombies just taken care of quickly and simply. Okay, Dan's just searching all the bodies. He doesn't want to miss out any important repeater map fragments. He still needs to find the location of the second antenna repeater. So he needs to find at least 4 more map fragments. Here we are. The Rosewood Fire Department. Let's clear this place and let's claim it as Dan's new base. Well, I don't know if there's been some sort of noise, but there are now zombies coming into the area. I mean, it could be just the noise of Dan absolutely slaying the zombies. He's turned into quite an axeman, but it looks like he's got a bit of a fight on his hands if he wants to claim this Rosewood Fire Department as his base. But Dan has absolutely got this with these fire axes. Okay. So Dan is starting to feel the pace a little bit. It is sapping his endurance having to swing this big, heavy fire axe around, but he's cleared the back area, so it's time to head inside the fire department. We're going to need to get the torch equipped for that because it is getting dark. There's definitely at least one zombie in there. Door is locked. Definitely hear a gurgle somewhere in there. Needs to be on his guard. I could have sworn that I could hear a house alarm in the very distance. But more importantly right now, let's just focus on where we are. I mean, it shouldn't be a problem with the house alarm because that's, if it's off in the distance, fine. But also, it's going to be drawing the zombies to that location away from here. We've got another fire personnel and we've got another axe. It's a nice combo, of course. Let's get that equipped straight away. Why not? Let's go full axeman. Man, could this day have gone any better? Another fire axe, a metal bar, club hammer, hard hat. It's not military, but it protects his head. Let's do it. Wow, that is bright. Okay, let's check out the storage. Look at this. Look at this. Wow. There's like 6 fire axes in here. Absolutely incredible. And I think we've still got electricity and running water. Okay, let's finish making sure the rest of this building is clear. Ooh, we're getting close. Yeah. Oh wow, there's 3. Okay, we got this. Okay, there's one down. We'll just come from behind, so that should be safe. Okay, there we go. Okay, well, Dan's not expecting much of a problem. It's still got to be on his guard. Things could go wrong any moment. There you go. There's still 2 zombies here at least. They are sleepy zombies. Let's just check the kitchen. Make sure that is clear. Let's get some light on this situation. We don't want to be snuck upon from behind, so while those zombies haven't noticed Dan. Look at that. Dan could even have a nice relaxing game of pool this evening. Okay, let's take out these last 2 zombies. Again, behind should be pretty clear. Okay, there you go. I think that is now the Rosewood Fire Department fully back in the hands of the living. What a mess those 2 zombies made. Dan is pretty hungry. Let's see if we can find any food. We can find an M9 pistol. That is beautiful. Dan is going to have to get really good with guns if he wants to claim that extraction point, the Grand Ohio Mall. That is going to be a massive, massive challenge for him, but he's got a lot to do before that. He's got to find the location of at least one other antenna repeater. He's also got to find 2 journals, I believe. He's got to qualify to escape. So he's got to find 2 journals. I presume that will help him understand how to get those antenna repeaters operational. He doesn't know what to expect. It's quite possible he could travel all of that way north of Muldraugh, which will not be easy, by the way. But he could get there and find that he's not going to be able to actually get it operational. So there's still a long way to go. But today it does feel like Dan has come a massive way. He's made some massive progress, massive leaps and bounds. He started just a couple of days ago, really, not even barely any food, not even sure if he had enough weapons to find his way to the bus station. He's now cleared out the Rosewood Fire Department, which is right on the edge of town, perfect for loot runs. He's got an incredible vehicle. He's got a stockpile of weapons, a stockpile of food, and at the moment it feels as though he can do this. Just checking outside the front, make sure no big group of zombies is going to surprise him in the night. But yeah, right next door is the police department. Hopefully next time tomorrow Dan can get kitted out with some guns and ammo and really take the fight to the zombies. There is a bookstore up the road as well. Maybe he can find the journals that he needs there. Things are looking so good. I really hope you're enjoying the start to the series. Dan's come a long way, but he's got a lot to do, so make sure you sub if you haven't already, like, comment. If you got any guidance for the wolf extraction mod, it is new to myself. But yeah, make sure you hit that notification bell so you can keep up to date and you know when the next episode is. But for now, that is going to have to be all. Peace.